My question is to the Prime Minister. How is the Albanese Labor government strengthening Medicare for all Australians?
Call to the Prime Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for her question. And last night, our plan to make medicines cheaper passed the parliament, cutting the cost of a PBS script from $30 down to just $25. And that follows up from what we did in our first term to cut it from $42 down to $30. Had we not done that, if we'd have continued the policy that was in place by the former government, those costs today would have been more than $50. So, in fact, we have cut the cost of medicines by half for people who need them, many of whom, of course, will need multiple scripts. But on top of that, of course, we have 60-day dispensing, something that those opposite said would lead to massive closures of pharmacies. We wouldn't be able to find them anywhere around Australia. What nonsense. Another example of their specialty of scare campaigns. Specialty of scare campaigns rather than engaging in good policy. But, of course, we've also frozen the cost at just $7.70 until the end of the decade for concession card holders, making an enormous difference. At the last election, we promised to do all this, and now we have delivered on this promise, something that makes an enormous difference to communities that we represent, easing cost of living pressures right across the country. But it also says something about the way that we do policy, Mr Speaker, because we consulted with the Pharmacy Guild, we consulted with senior Australians in particular, we consulted with people in the health sector about what was needed. A nation committed to Medicare, committed to the Australian idea that when you get sick, you get the care that you need, not because of your bank balance, but because you have this little piece of green and gold plastic, Mr Speaker. This little piece of green and gold plastic, your Medicare card. Your Medicare card.
Order.
I thought that might provoke a reaction, Mr Speaker. But I did the right thing. I kept the shirt. In the office, Mr Speaker. Our government is committed to strengthening Medicare for all Australians. Strengthening it by making medicines cheaper and making it cheaper again. Strengthening it through the urgent care clinics, another 50 of which we're going to open, and our $8.5 billion investment in bulk billing. Strengthening it through 1-800 Medicare, 24/7 bulk billed telehealth service. Our government is committed to Medicare, strengthening it for all Australians now and into the future.